voice of Jedi Johnson narrates the way, and the ever-steady Styx boy shall ride away your brain. Bad to the bones, bruise the furnace, pick up for days on days, and the great October's slow effects have bad writing to slay. We are all damage of damage. We are all damage of damage. We are all damage. The qualified, we are prepared.
And hello and welcome to another brand new episode of The Qualified. I am Jedi Johnson 22, aka Cousin Jedi, joined as always by the great Domtober and the architect joesduelin, the always steady, because we plan things and everything always goes exactly as we planned it. Dom was going to be late and Styx was going to be here on time. So of course Dom is here on time and we don't know where Styx is. He'll pop in as soon as he gets the hamsters warmed up, and they got to stretch now. They're old hamsters. They got to stretch before they start running.
And this is the qualified.
We had some internet problems on Thursday night with the Russell show. Styx, the virus of his internet went to everybody. Matt got taken off. I was saying,
he's watching too much Doctor Who porn. He needs to stop that. There's all kind of that's a dangerous business.
And
you are
watching the qualified tonight. You have not stumbled into the break room for Malsantas tonight.
Not at all.
Not yet.
It is a break room. And we could both pick up some extra bread, I think, Jedi.
And Dom is working on it. He's
yeah.
Go for it, Dom.
Dom's going to be the enforcer elf. He's just going to wearing a sleeveless outfit, knocking kids around.
I just do it. Here you go.
Yeah.
Look at you want problems, you got to deal with security. You got to deal with Domtober.
That's it, man. Hey, you get those stay far away from the tree lighting that we had next to the other job because they do the Christmas tree Rockefeller Center. There's too many people over there and too many moronic people walking around in the streets, man, and it's annoying.
This is season. This is season to be the a-holes, dumbasses.
Stumble around drunk in the cold.
Oh man, like I still didn't know. Look, I had a couple of things I had to do today, but then as soon as I went out, all the shenanigans started happening. People forget how to walk. You're walking. I'm telling you, if people walked like if people drove like they walk, you know how many accidents would be? And I keep saying that all the time because it is so damn true. The damn people, their heads are on the phone, not paying attention where they're walking. People riding bikes on the sidewalks and doing all these crazy things. And I'm walking and I want to clothesline people. I want to freaking goddamn.
I'm a brisk walker. I'm a brisk walker.
We're gonna have a weekly PSA segment by Domtober, and just let him give some solid advice every week. This week, your nose is out of your phones. All right, Styx will be here. So if you joined in thinking you were going to get an OLI this week,
just close your eyes and think of thick leg Batman, and that's probably
actually you can go back and watch the Hot 10 was just wrapped up. Just watch it again because that's pretty much what Pete sent us this week is a absolute Batman everything. So
I know next week you said you're going to show it.
I did. No, we're going to do it this week. We're going to do it this week. Yep, I found a couple other things, so we are going to.
It actually looks pretty badass, though. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah. So now we're going to cover that this week. I found a few other things we're going to talk about for collectibles as well. Oh, boy. And here comes Styx. We'll let him. We got the 2-minute warning that Styx is about to pop in.
Why don't we say hi to everybody that popped in?
Let's say hello to the chat. GT Comics apparently took the week off last week, but said not this week. By God, coming in first. Second and third. Congratulations, GT, sweeping the podium this week. Hope you're having a great Friday and happy holidays, GT. But just on the outside looking in, we did have Tommy Longbox. Good evening, gents. What's going on, Tommy? Strong. He's drinking some strong beer. What's going on there? Drinking some strong beer. Terry Floyd, the always faithful Terry Floyd. Hey, y'all. And we have the always steady Styx Boy 73, who I hope you let the hamsters stretch a little bit before you put them to work. But
I hope so too.
Yeah, you don't need any cramps. I heard they got cramps on the wrestling show, and there were some problems. So I hope you let them stretch. Cosmic 1. Now, this thing's throwing in it's throwing in a bunch of numbers. Cosmic, what's shaking, good people? What's going on, Cosmic? Glad you are here. Happy holidays. Tyson, I honest to God, Tyson, do not know if I'm caught up on all of your videos that you sent me or not. If not, I'll catch up
SNL.
again.
Little
So we
SNL
do that
background.
SNL.
friggin'
little- Oh, is that? Oh, I thought it was. I thought it was Night at the
Yeah, see in the
Roxbury.
box.
Okay.
What's in the
Ah,
box?
Okay. That is D in the box. Okay, got it.
D in the box, baby.
What's going on, Tyson? Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday, Tyson. Always glad when Tyson is here. We miss him when he's not. Tadash Kevin, morning, folks.
What's up?
Wow. Tadash,
We're gonna have to
morning
keep our,
where you are. I don't know where you are.
we got to keep our streak up this week. Now that we're a clean show, we're still partially monetized every week for some reason, which I still
we'll get
don't
limited.
understand. So,
We'll get limited for one
Well,
reason
listen,
or another.
we're gonna
Wait
keep
and
our
see.
streak up.
Well, 9 o'clock. Well, before 9 o'clock, we can't say the word. We can't say the bitch, ass, tit. You can't say none of that stuff before. Now it's 9
It's
o'clock.
always before 9 o'clock
We
somewhere.
say
Yeah.
dick.
I would say, well, there we go.
Those 7 deadly words of George Carlin.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, no, it's Tadash. What's going on, Tadash? Three River Comic. What's going on, Three River? Happy to have you here. Tadash again. Styx Internet became sentient.
Yep. Last night he was there. He was in the chat last night with us.
I blame it on the porn. That's what I'm blaming on. BK, what's going on, BK? Salute.
Salute.
What's going on, BK? Always happy. BK always makes the chat interesting, always keeps us honest, and always complains about something. So glad he's here. Tyson, no
Keeps us
SNS
honest.
tomorrow night. That's right. Yep, no SNS tomorrow night. Maybe Dom can host his own show.
You know what? I would love to host my own show. If I get off my lazy fat ass, I would definitely would do my own show. Hopefully one day.
I don't know what that would even look like. Actually, I do kind of know what it looks like.
Have
Okay,
you
now
ever
that
seen the
you're
movie?
saying hello
Have you
to
ever
each
seen the movie
other.
UHF? There we go. That's
I tell you what, I'll do my own
And-
show if somebody actually takes care of all the stuff. You know, all the
Dom
settings.
is just the talent. Dom does no production work. He's just the talent. He's the color man.
For me,
He
man.
comes in here and does the play-by-play.
Hired.
All right, that's all we got. If we missed
He's a
you, I
hired
don't
man.
think we did, but if we
How you
did,
doing?
sorry, we'll do better next week. And
Will we?
I
Okay.
agree.
Yeah.
We got
I have not
we got
read it yet.
criminal
Okay.
this week. We got criminal this week. I was pissed.
Uh,
I went to my
I'll put it on
LCS.
tack, though.
I went to my LCS to pick up criminal because that's really the only thing I wanted to pick up this week. And apparently my LCS didn't order it. I had it pre-ordered, so I will get
Was
it
it
eventually.
is it a hardback like he does sometimes, or is it coming out
No,
in
it's
single
just
issues?
it's just a criminal giant size.
Who publishes it? Is
It's,
he doing it himself or something, or
no, I think it's still Image.
is it Image? Okay.
Yeah, I think it's Image.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was very disappointed
Crazy.
walking into the LCS and be like, "Hey, you got that criminal giant size," and he was like, "What?" And then I had to explain it, and he's like, "Oh no, I didn't order that," and I feel bad. It's a newer
Brubaker.
shop,
Who's
but
that?
it's a newer shop, and he's having a rough time
Oh.
figuring out what to order.
What the people want?
Yeah, and small
Joey,
shops
help him.
like that, they get stuck with so much bag. I try here and there, but
Get 30 copies of each book. That's what you got to do.
jeez. Poor guy got out of
Yep.
business. in 2
And if you're
weeks.
lucky and you order way too many Batman #1 absolute first printings, then you've stuck it witch. You're witch man.
Yeah, but
You're like at least
number
100
one's
bucks.
going what, 50 bucks? Number one?
No.
80,
115, I think, right?
Oh shit.
The cheapest one I saw with an active sale on eBay today was $90 something, and it still had 2 days left.
And meanwhile, there's almost friggin' 1 million copies out there. How the hell is that possible? That book going for that much?
FOMO. Joe and I were talking about it before the show. FOMO is the only thing I can point my finger at. I have no idea.
You know what?
There's-
But also good writing. It's actually a really I don't.
Yeah,
read it,
yeah.
But of what
Fair enough.
I've seen, people that do reviews on it and stuff like that, saying
It's a
one
good
of the
book.
best written books. It is.
I'm not gonna say
Everybody
it's the best written
understands
book, but
movies.
it's a good book. It's Batman. People like Batman. I get that. I just don't understand who's struggling to find like if you didn't, the copies were plentiful, very, very,
I know.
very plentiful.
They got a
You know what I almost
When it
think?
came out.
normally we're quick to point our fingers at buyers when it comes to FOMO because we think buyers are paying too much because they're afraid they're going to miss out. Maybe in this case, the sellers have FOMO, so everybody is just, even no matter how many are out there, you're sitting on 100 copies, you're jacking the price way up because you're afraid you're going to miss out on a top sale or something.
I'll tell you what, man, the book I do want
Throwing
is
that out
the second print,
Always
designer variant,
possibility.
the designer variant that actually is $1,500, which makes no damn sense. The second printing is $1,500, dude. $1,000. The low I've seen as high as 15 and as low as 1,000. I'm like, are you kidding me for this? And then the second, the Catwoman variant, about $900, man, $900. What the hell? It's like crazy, man.
Yeah, I don't get it. Maybe I'm just getting too goddamn old.
We might as well have done an OLI. We're talking about the Absolute Batman. Dom, what do you say? Dom is the Conan of Bridger and Marco is the poor man.
That's true.
All right. Unless Styx has come in with some pickups, I understand that I am the only one. Maybe Styx, do you have anything?
Yeah, I got a couple
I have like
things,
2 pickups.
Two? Okay, well, I'll go first if that's okay, because I do have.
Yep.
I'm still playing catch up.
Hey,
I'm still playing
Styx,
catch up.
I had one of the slowest weeks of
Styx,
stuff in a long time.
I saw online somebody had coloring books, Doctor Who coloring books. You see those?
Oh, you can get those at
I did not. I did not.
I have.
So like a picture.
New
Well,
I sent it to you. I gotta find it again.
Some of my stacks might have got a little mixed up, so I might have shown a couple of these already. If so, sorry. This is a Perillo. I don't even know the name of this comic, to be honest with you. I tried to look it up.
Was
And
that
couldn't.
Who cares about the name? It's a girl with a nice rack and guns. Racks
Yeah, I
and
got the
guns.
medal too because it's Perillo.
Because I have a Carla Cone cover that's very.
Hey, no,
similar.
outside looking in first. We're just doing this first.
We're not doing it because we really already did it. We talked about Absolute Batman, which is about all the outline.
He kind of gave us those a handful of things right before the show, and it was all Batman shit.
It was all outside look. It was all Absolute Batman. Got a Lady Death. I think this is probably Jamie Tyndall from the way it looks.
Wait, that's Lady Death? Doesn't look like her.
It is the Lady Death. Death from above. Lady Death. Yep.
Oh, that reminds me. I
Cool.
can go grab the one I'm going to send you, Jedi.
Yeah. I don't know who this is. Another Lady Death. Christmas. This is a. This might be a Monty Williams. I don't know who this is, but it's Lady Death. This is Elias Chatzoudas. I had to cover up the see-through brassiere.
Nice. Hey, listen, though, the new crazy
And
you can actually show breast through a brassiere if the breast is not like permanent out. On IG, they do it all the time.
we get limited for everything, so I wasn't taking any chances. I want to say this might be Sora Sung, but I'm not sure. But I had to cover up her see-through lingerie as well. All right, last week I said that I won I got lucky. I got the big prize in a Mike Mayhew grab bag. This was the not big prize, but it is a Mayhew cover.
I do love that. I love all the covers on that.
I keep saying I want to read this, and I haven't started yet. But this is the I got a sketch. Dude, I can't talk today. I got a sketch of Thundercats Panthera. Panthera. Okay, you know. All right, and if you haven't seen my shirt yet, and guess that I finally got my
I still haven't got
Monster
my books.
Wolf.
I reached out to Mark Spears.
Well, these are I got this one. This one is number 2. I got another number 2. I got a number 1 and another number 1. All right, and then I got some signed ones too. Some of these came signed. I got a number 1 signed on the back by Spears.
Nice.
I got this one signed on the back by Spears, by Mr. Spears, I guess. This one signed on the back, 210. And
Hey, I didn't even get mine.
all right, this is a foil. This is signed on the back. This is 15 of 100. I listed this one. Remember, this is the one I told you I listed for $450 on eBay. I think I might have. I got to check my emails. Some guy asked me if I would take 300. I told him yes. So we'll see if he actually sends me the offer for it or not. And then this is one of Dom's favorites.
Yep.
Yes.
Is that the metal?
It's the metal. Yeah.
That's the one I got. That's the one I ordered.
Yeah.
So I don't know that one, and I think the monster and the wolf on the cover are fighting each other. That's about. I think I would have two. It's $2.
You'll get it. Got
like
more
how
Lady Death.
I like how there was zero overlap in our Mark Spears Monsters purchases, Jedi. We got
Zero.
I got like I got 8 covers and completely different ones than what you got.
Oh wow. Okay. What are the chances? Another Lady Death hanging out on the Ponderosa. And then she's like, I'm going to do it in a see-through.
Nice. And then nudie
Another Lady Death. A lot of these are signed, but now this one I'm almost positive is Sora Song.
Hey, Joffrey.
Lady Death.
Hey Jeff.
That's a cool cover, though.
This one is Monty Williams.
Hey, Monty.
And this is another Monty Williams.
I like when the breasts are larger than the head.
Hey, don't worry about it. You know what it is?
And
The
then
water. Headlights come on.
this one I also believe is Sora Song. I'm not 100%.
Nobody's jugs are bigger
sure.
than their neck.
Oh, some of the girls, if you see some of the girls on IG. Oh,
All right, so I don't know who the artists are on these, but I got some Purgatories.
I like Purgatory.
This is a Purgatory versus Chastity. Again, if I showed these already, I'm sorry.
Gunther's fighting.
And another one. And to finish it off on a salute. So a couple of weeks ago, I think this was on Joe's Soon Now or Later or something, or his Tops and Tails. And it was a Kickstarter, but the Kickstarter ran out. And somebody in the chat, I can't remember who it was, said, oh, you can go to some website and get it. I went there, and they were right. Make sure I'm not showing anything. Ickpot, little card in there too.
Nice.
The other Ickpot.
Nice.
So that website was good gouge. That whoever that was, I'm sorry, I can't remember who it was. It was good gouge they gave us because they were available there. And this is a Fangers #2 EOM.
Nice.
His EOM stuff on Fangers has been good.
And I hopefully I edited this well enough, Joe, because we're going to see it again later on in the show, as you well know. We got Ickpot Fangers.
Well,
Nice.
It's Christmas time. It's Christmas time. We all need a little present.
Exactly.
There
Man. Yo,
That's all I got.
we need
Follow
the
that
mistletoe.
up, Styx. Eat that, Styx.
You need the mistletoe down
I
there.
will not. I will not.
Is that everything, Jedi?
That's all I got. That's all I got this week.
This is one of the first weeks where I basically got next to nothing. All of my stuff came in on Friday, so I had huge stacks last Friday and had nothing new come in this week. But I did get a couple things that came in, small things. I get Delirium magazine, great horror magazine. Susperia's done a few covers on this as well. By the way, there's a nice Carolyn Monroe story in here. But if you like old horror and giallo,
Wasn't that Christopher Lee? Is that Christopher Lee?
Yes, that is Christopher Lee. Yes.
Yeah, it's Christopher Lee.
But it's a good old school fun horror magazine. So I have a little subscription to that. I did pick this up for Jedi.
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
Patriotic.
I know he likes his Lady Deaths with the flag. He likes the flags.
I like. I do like Lady Death with the red, white, and blue. I'll almost take any comic cover that has the red, white, and blue on it. I will probably try to get my hands on it. But especially Lady Death, or any lady for that matter, that's on the cover.
Well, while I was at my LCS complaining about them not having Criminal this week, he did tell me, I got these weird Heat Seeker Gooner covers, but I don't really feel comfortable putting that kind of stuff out. So I was like,
I'll take
All right, I'm going to be disappointed if these aren't really Gooner covers. I'm going to be disappointed.
I asked what he had. He had a couple of the black bags, and one of them was one of the Brow 101. These 101s are fun.
Okay.
So
did you cover up the tatas, or did he?
No, I did. They're all
okay
in gray poly bags.
Well then, I guess maybe it is a Gooner cover if Joe felt the need to censor.
I don't think it's a Gooner cover. I think it's a great cover, but he's not comfortable putting out more adult material on the newsstand. So
Gooner's gonna goon.
Yeah. Oh, and then I did get a Kickstarter that came in from the UK, nicely packaged in an envelope with no bag and board, coming all the way from the UK.
Nice.
Always fun. But it's an Angela Wu cover. I like Angela Wu stuff, so picked it up.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's all I got. That's all I got.
The UK love manila envelopes.
Yeah, this was a nice. It wasn't really a padded envelope per se, and it was actually close to the size of a comic. But again, no bag and board.
Yeah.
Just two comics.
They don't.
Listen, I remember getting a comic book, a foreign book one time, 2 paper plates covering the book.
Yes, I know they love the cereal boxes.
I
love the cereal.
I don't understand now. I mean, I guess there's still people out there that you can buy books from that may not know that they are collectibles, but nowadays you would think most people would understand that.
This was a
these things are
Kickstarter.
collectible.
This was a comic book
Kickstarter. At that.
You're selling.
Oh, that's no excuse.
With that. Yeah.
No excuse whatsoever. Okay.
I mean, even if you just would have put a backing board on either side and slid it in and put the books in between some backing, something outside of just
Nothing.
raw dogging those books right into the envelope.
Yep. You get nothing. All right. So I got just a couple randos that came in. I picked up a Frankencastle. This is Punisher number 13.
Nice.
Nothing too crazy. And then this is the Superman wedding album with a DCU.
Oh, you got a DCU. There you go.
Nice.
Why not?
I'm afraid BK's trying to trick me right now. I don't even know what a Hammer film is. Is he trying to get us? You trying to trick
Hammer
us?
horror. Yeah, Hammer horror film.
Hammer. Okay, I've never seen that. BK.
Hammer horror.
I cannot raise my hand. I don't think I have.
And then my big purchase this week was this Doctor Who number 1 slabbed at a 9.6.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's got what's her name on it.
Yep. Got Tennant.
That's what I call her because I don't know her name.
It's got not Rose on it.
And Martha. It's Martha Jones.
Martha. Okay.
Other female companion.
The other female.
Yeah, the other one, the second one.
Yeah.
That's it for me. Just two
Right.
two things.
Dom, you got anything?
Nothing today.
Dom has just brought his personality today.
That's it, man.
Yeah,
That is it.
Styx saw me last night. He knows I'm going to have a stack come next week because
I got a few
me
for
in the
him
auction.
too.
He saw me in the auction.
I gotta buy some stuff.
yeah.
Tomorrow I'm going shopping.
Almost got me, BK.
So maybe I'll get some stuff.
And my boy, he's going to be on. He's going to be on later. He told me he's doing some girly books tonight. Yeah, Pleasant View Comics.
Is he doing some bullshit claim show like he's been doing lately?
I love the claim show.
I think as a spectator, I think it's boring.
I absolutely love it. They're fantastic because he'll fly through a long box in no time. And you're getting through so many more books and you don't have to wait for auctions for every damn book. Even if it's 10-second auctions, you still got to wait for that for every book that's playing. It's just flying through.
You're right, Cosmic. It is a rare occasion when Styx does not have dirty books to show us. So, yeah.
No. I hate conservatives, no Styx.
like every week. What are you talking about?
Damn, Styx. You're worse than Jedi and Joe. Come on, man.
Let's stick it down there. All right.
Let's pump the brakes on that one a little bit.
Yeah.
That's a high bar. That's a high bar right there.
We're going to get you there. Whoop, wrong one. There we go. All right. So let me give you a little now later this week. So for this week, the other guys don't like to talk about store exclusives. I don't give a shit. If I think it looks good, I'm going to throw it up on the list. And something with Killing Children 45 is a 616 Comics variant. Marco Mastrano. Mastrazo. It's. I know there's a shit ton of good Something is Killing the Children covers. It's a good cover. It's a cool cover.
And
so
I'm gonna we're here to inform the public, and if that means talking about an exclusive, then that means talking about
sometimes the store variants are so much better than the regular books that are put out. You got to show it.
I'm not saying go run out and buy it at full price, but you know what? Those shops do their clean outs.
Yeah.
And it might be one that sticks in your head and be like, oh, I'm going to go back and look for that next time they have a sale, and maybe pick it up.
I want to say Gehenna. I think I've almost read that a couple of times. Gehenna. I think I've almost read that a few times.
Oh no, I have it. I have it.
Gehenna?
Yeah, it's
Gehenna.
Yeah, it's it originally it's been out
Kickstarter,
before. Right? No, Gehenna is
might have started off as one, maybe. I don't know.
No, it was in those Image compilation books. The whole story is in the whole little run that they're doing is in those Image books in black and white. They're just reprinting them as individual floppies now. So
I think Styx and I may be thinking about the same Kickstarter. I think maybe it has a similar name. Okay.
Also on my list, I had to throw up Giant Size Criminal because that was all that was on my mind this week, and I'm pissed. I want to wait till I have it in hand to read. So I will wait till it now comes on my pre-orders probably in a week and a half.
I thought that was absolute Batman in a Santa costume.
But it was a nice little 1 in 25 J.H. Williams, the third variant. Like I said, any of the covers are good because what's between the guts is good. It's Brubaker and Phillips. That's all you should have to say. You know it's quality. You see those two names, you should be like, I'm going to get something I'm going to enjoy. So really any of the covers. I thought the A cover was just fantastic.
How many pages is it? You said it's a thick book?
Yeah, it's a giant size, so it's probably.
I don't think I've never read Brubaker issue by issue. I've only read him in trades and in like collections, right? So, and you're right, his writing, he's like one of the best. I mean, you can't overstate that. So I don't know. I might get frustrated reading one issue by issue because I want to keep going and I have to wait.
Well, the key is maybe buy it, set it aside, wait till issue 2 comes out, and then buy issue 2, and then hold both.
There'll be trades sooner or later.
Yeah, but it's fun. I like floppies. Trades are fun, but there's something nice about a floppy. And I also had to add the old Dread the Halls from Image this week, little holiday book. Had some fun covers, but there was a Luana Vecchio cover, and I'm a sucker for anything Luana Vecchio. So you can look that one up. Sexy girl, bloody mace, Christmas scene. Can't go wrong. For later, into the future. Ripcord. Got a Jorge Fornes cover on Ripcord 1, which is a new book that will be coming out. Mission Press.
The girl in that cover has David Tennant eyes. It's like
I love this cover. I'm very very smitten with this cover. I think it's cool as shit. Ignition Press has been putting out some fun books, so I'm happy about that. And
you're impressed, Styx? I keep working these Doctor Who references into you. Keep impressed.
I'm very impressed. I like it.
For our friends over at Oni Press are still cranking out the EC books. They're going to have a new one. We're going to get a romance style book, romance horror, Tortured Hearts. There's a ton of good covers in that. This is just the A cover, the Weaver cover, which is good. I think there's a Mercado cover that's fantastic. There's a lot of good covers in it. It's fun, like all of the EC ones, just like the next selection, Catacomb of Torment 8, the Olivetti cover, also fantastic. Yes, that kid has something bloody in his hands and in his mouth. I believe it is the bird that is in the cage behind, and he is eating it. And the mother is laughing, and the child has some blood on him. It's a creepy cover. I like Olivetti as well. It's a cool cover. So these like I said, these ECs between Hello Darkness and these EC books, they've just been banging out good fun stuff that you could pick up, read some fun stories, and set down. And if you miss an issue here or there, it's not the end of the world. That's my kind of comic reading anymore. I don't want to have to be chained to a title that I have to remember to constantly pick up or have on a pull list or deal with delays. I just don't have the energy for it anymore. So that's what we got for the later. I believe all of these books are coming in February, so you have plenty of time to throw in a pre-order. Again, I believe all of these are pretty much the A cover. Well, two of the A are the A covers. I think the Olivetti might be an A cover as well. So they'll be on the shelves as well. So they won't be hard to find. For my tops and tails this week, Switchblade Stories 9 is live on Kickstarter. And I like Alex Rowland. He's done some great work in 2000 AD. So it's just a good pulpy cover. I like a woman that looks a little classy, a little sleazy. I like the combo. And it's good.
You like a little girl, classy and horrors at the same time, and so
yeah, you don't want them to be too good. You don't want them to be too bad.
Joe likes a tight, slinky dress and a blouse 3 sizes too small. That's just perfect.
I do.
That's the type of girl you can't really bring home to your mom, but at the same time, she's conservative enough for your dad, though. Your dad will be like, approve.
Yeah, you get the sly thumbs up from Pops.
Yeah.
But yeah, Switchblade Stories is great. You can the add-ons are pretty good. There's a lot of back issue add-ons as well. It's one thing to mention about Kickstarters, because I keep forgetting this all the time too. A lot of these titles not only will have back issues for the prior issues that they had, but depending on who's publishing it, they will also frequently have back issues from other titles that they've released as well. So sometimes if you miss something on a Kickstarter, I take a look at the add-ons sometimes, because every now and then there's something you might have missed in there that you were looking for.
The frustrating piece about that is that most times on the back issues that they'll offer, if you're a cover artist collector, like I am for a large part, they won't tell you who the cover artists are on those back issues, or they'll say it's a random back issue, which means it's probably the A issue. Which most times is probably not the artist I collect, but yeah, just a little more fidelity, a little more granularity. Looking forward.
I'm just so jazzed. I was telling Jedi before the show started. My backer kit request came through for the Evil Knievel book on Kickstarter, and it was one of those.
I don't remember you telling me you were excited about it, but
I was a little.
Maybe you telling me they got you again. That's what I remember.
They got me. I'm excited about getting it. Now that I've made the decision, I'm past it. But at the time, I was a little hesitant. They hit me up with a, hey, by the way, we have a special variant. And it's actually has in the book one of the actual tickets from when Knievel jumped Snake River Canyon, limited to 25. So it's actually supposedly embedded in the book. So I'm pretty jazzed about that. That's a fun... I hope more people try to do things like that. It's fun to have some cool, like, nostalgia thing like that.
Yeah.
somehow built into the book. That's fun. It's like when you get a playing card or a sports card that has here's a part of the jersey or something like that. It's fun.
Yeah. It's when the market gets a little stale, it's good to have a gadget or some other something to get grab attention. And I don't use gadget in a negative sense. I'm a gadget guy. I like stuff like that. I would probably bite on those two, something like that.
And the tickets were apparently sourced from, I believe, either his wife or his daughter. So the tickets came from the Knievels. So I'm excited. That'd be a fun little thing. I spent way too much money for it, but it's Christmas. What the hell? All right, Jedi. Who do we got up this week for our cosplay?
Good question. I can never remember. Caitlin Christine. This week is this week's cosplayer of the week, and I think
on Instagram.
Yeah, you know what, Dom? I know you do. I know you do.
Yeah, I do.
Because a lot of these pictures I grabbed from her Instagram page, and a couple of them I had to edit Dom's face out of the picture because it said Dom like you and your brother. I think it's I had to edit your little thing out of it because they show you whoever you follow or are friends with or whatever. Hey, Dom likes this, and I'm like,
I like that.
Dom sure
does.
When
I like something and my name is first on top, just like by Dom Tober. I love it.
Yeah, so I knew right away that Dom knew who this was.
I know what it is.
But yeah, here we are. She's doing Squirrel Girl. I don't know if I was ever a Squirrel Girl fan before seeing these pictures, but
remember Squirrel Girl beat.
I kind of have now.
So remember, Squirrel Girl beat Dr. Doom. Remember that? So
okay,
Galactus.
That's I can understand why. It's easy to get distracted by the Squirrel Girl.
I just always think about that AT&T girl with the
yeah. She made a good Squirrel Girl too.
She does.
Here we have what's from
Adam Eve
Adam Eve from
Adam Eve.
from
Invincible. Thank you, Styx. Hey, I like this version of Adam Eve too.
Yeah, that's nice.
She got a nice.
And then we have this may be the best Lois Lane I've ever seen.
Yes.
To be quite honest with you. I mean, hands down, this may be the best Lois Lane.
Pay attention, James Gunn.
I would watch this movie a lot if she were
volume on or off, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So wow.
Yeah, that's nice.
And I almost don't even want to flip to the next slide. I like this one so much, but I will.
That's good.
Because we also have a damn good Mary J. I think the jeans sliding down was a very good idea for this shoot.
I'm not going to say it's a bad idea.
No, I got to say one thing about her. She has a nice beaver.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I saw those pictures, but you tell me about it later. You tell me about it later. So she this is immediately I was like, the jeans sliding down, great idea.
She did a Venom. She did a Venom, a Carnage. I know she did a dress.
She had a lot. It was hard for me to. I think we ended up with like 6 slides, and you're definitely going to see her again because I actually think by the time I was finished, I had like 12 slides, and I had to cut it down to 6. So you're definitely going to see Miss Caitlin again whenever I get too lazy to go out and find a cosplayer of the week. And I don't think anyone will be upset about that. Moving on. Okay, Styx. A little bit for everybody this week. We have Doctor Who cosplay. Now this does not happen every week. Right. In fact, I think this may be the first time this has ever happened. We have Caitlin is at least she knows who Doctor Who is. I don't want to put words in her mouth and say she's a fan, but
wonder where that screwdriver's been.
Dom, I think, or not Styx. I think if she were one of David Tennant's partners, I think viewership would be way up. Both for Doctor Who and our Tuesday show, because I would insist that every show we watched on Tuesday be a season with this young lady.
Yeah, good number of wrist injuries watching Doctor Who.
And of course, I had to throw in just for me because episode Leia is my favorite Leia, barely squeaking out. Dom's favorite Leia, right here, and you can bet your paycheck I had to edit Dom out of every one of these. Yeah, beautiful, sexy slave Leia cosplay.
They're nice. I prefer more underboob
kiss and
on
a
my
salute.
on
A little
my
more
slave
underboob.
Leias, but
Yeah.
but that's just me. That's just a personal preference.
And I don't know if that's the last one or not. I forgot. I've lost track. Yeah, that's it. Next one is.
Thank you, Jedi.
You're welcome, Dom. I do it for the fans. Yeah,
we like it. We like it. You know, cosplayers. They need love too. They need some
they
appreciation.
are. They what make they are what make cons tolerable.
Yes.
For a lot of folks. For a lot of folks. So good. God bless.
And I don't know any other comic show that's highlighting cosplayers and talking about
Hey, listen, you know
cosplayers
what?
on a regular basis.
What I'm going to do is when I go to cons, hunt for the slave Leia cosplays and start taking
There
pictures.
you go. Start a little scrapbook.
Yeah, exactly, right? No matter what shape and size.
We'll make them famous. We'll make them famous right here on Qualified.
Gravy or no gravy?
Yeah.
That's it.
So for our 5-minute Vampy update this week, Vampirella 7 came out, and I don't know. I don't know, Jedi. When I read 6, maybe I'm not a smart man. I don't know.
Smartest man I know.
I did not realize that was the end of the storyline for that first story arc.
Okay, well, I'm dumber than you may be. I didn't know that. Was it 6 was the end?
6 was the end of that story arc. Yeah.
How can that be? Because we have parts in 7 that talks about the same things. And
it does a little bit. It does a little bit, but that whole storyline seemed to be kind of done. They seem to be on a new story arc with new characters being introduced. Although they're going back to certain little things,
we are getting new characters, but I didn't know that the plot was from episode.
We're not jumping through time. We're not. It was pretty. I would like to say straightforward, but I can never.
Now I got to go back and read 6 again.
Great story, but we got some good covers. You know, you got your Chizotis in there, you got a Linsner in there, you got your Perillo in there.
Yeah, I always prefer no wings on my Vampirella, but Perillo he does it as well as anybody, even with the wings.
Hey guys, I'm sorry.
Chew is nice.
I'm sorry. This is just hysterical, man. So if put me on the screen really quick, this is funny as shit. Read this. It says, South Carolina man who self-identifies as a deer accidentally shot by hunters.
Is that real?
I have no idea.
Is that real? Okay.
It's hysterical, man. You can't make shit up like this.
Definitely not that time of year to be walking around like a deer.
Yeah, I was gonna say definitely not a bright man if he's gonna be out walking around in deer season. And that.
So the covers were decent. There wasn't a crazy slew of covers. I'm a big fan of the incentive, the Selena. I'm a big Selena fan. The middle one is Selena, and I'm a big fan of that. And then you had one store exclusive that had 2 variants on it. It's a Kiss, I believe.
Yeah.
So,
you're right.
So yeah, there wasn't too many, but I do like Selena. I'm a bigger fan of Selena Barbarella covers, but I do like her Vampy stuff as well. Selena's really good.
Hey, Jenna, did you pre-order the new Vampirella book that came out? It was by, I think, was it Big Bad? Not big. It was Apple Comics, I think. Apple Comics, or It's
What, an exclusive?
exclusive that came out. Yeah.
Big Apple Comics.
No,
Big Apple Comics.
no. I'm not really doing a lot of exclusives for Vampirella right now. I'm doing just your regular Perillo covers when I can get them, and then if I can get signed covers, I'll pick up signed covers. I kind of had to narrow the scope of my Vampy because it was getting crazy.
But I do like that middle one. Looks like she's
Yeah,
having a moment. I like that.
I'm like I said, I'm a big Selena fan. She does beautiful work. Great artist. So story wise, it starts off and Vampy's out moonbathing, and this woman in a mech suit just kind of she comes out of the water, and
we get a little lesbian action.
she eats at the Y.
Yeah, she does.
That's some good stuff, man.
So I was like, what?
That's a good stuff.
I was like, who is it? I'm reading. I'm like, who the fuck is this character? What's going on? I was like,
I thought it was Nyx at first. I thought it was NYX at first. NYX or however. I don't know if it's NYX or Nyx. I thought that's who it was at first, but it's not. Go ahead, Doug. Go ahead, Joe. It's not.
Yeah. So,
but yeah, we do get a little erotic.
Nice. You get the scissor action. Perfect.
And then I'm thinking, is she just dreaming? Is she doing what? I don't know, but somebody went down on Vampy. And then all of a sudden she's like, "Oh, who are you and what do you want?"
I don't think it was the first time. From Vampy's reaction, I don't think it was the first time another lady's gone down at her, but she seemed to be very okay with it. Not shocked at all. Not like, "What are you doing?"
But after she does it is when she starts asking questions. Who are you? What are you doing here?
You don't want to ruin the moment by asking unnecessary questions.
Yeah, so it was it was a little strange. And then all of a sudden she has all these goddamn drones that go and blow up her house. She is not very happy because her friend is supposed to be at that house. So she thinks her friend has been killed. She's pissed. Apparently she gets infected with some type of nanovirus.
Well, we gotta
something.
Back up just a little bit because we find out that the young lady who gave Vampirella that pleasure, not real. She's a manifestation of
she's an algorithm.
Subconscious.
She's an algorithm. Yeah, she's an algorithm, like a visual. I guess she has to be somewhat solid, but she's
apparently if you're gonna give her head,
something.
If you're gonna give her head, I guess you got to be solid. She seemed to enjoy.
She's
it.
like nanobites or some shit. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, she's not real.
Yeah. So she's
not human anyway.
She infects Vampy with these nano particles or whatever, and it's kind of getting in her brain while Vampy's healing because Vampy heals pretty fast. And then you get some flashbacks with Vampy in her head of what's going on. You get the guy that she was waiting, who she thought was dead. I'm unfamiliar with this character. I guess
I'm not familiar with him either. That's probably something. And I didn't notice, unless I missed it, I didn't notice any references or footnotes to tell us where to go to get familiar with him, unless. I'll have to go back and look because I could be wrong on this. There was a character kind of similar to this character in Vampy Year One, maybe, but it may not be the same person. I'm not sure. I'd have to go back and look.
And we get a little bit of flashbacks, I guess, kind of about him, but nonetheless, he thinks Vampirella is dead because her place is blown up. So he's going to go try to figure out who did it.
Meanwhile, the other one's dead. Yeah.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Vampy's has these nanobots bouncing around in her brain, and the broad that went down on her. Sorry if that's not politically correct. Is
what it
is bouncing around a bunch of different memories of Vampirella, and kind of takes her back in time. So we actually get to see Vampy kind of being born from Draculina's marrow. And it kind of ends on young Vampirella back on Draculon, I would guess.
Draculon?
And that's kind of where we leave it.
Yeah, so it does kind of tell you because I'm sure if you go all the way back to 1969 and start reading all the Vampy origin stories, whether it's Warren or Dynamite or whoever Harris, they all kind of have their own origin story. Well, in this one, I haven't done enough reading on all that to know all of them, or even most of them, or any of them really. But so in this one, we find out that Vampy was created, like Joe was saying, from Draculina's DNA in the hopes of, she was a clone of Draculina in the hopes of curing Draculina of some sort of disease or illness, like cancer or something. But
space cancer? I don't know.
Space cancer, Draculon cancer.
Yeah.
But, and I don't know, apparently Draculon beats it somehow. I don't know, but comes to, but I thought one of the more telling things, at least to me, it stood out was you found out that someone, I don't know who it was that said it in the comic, that even though she's a clone, somehow, because clones aren't supposed to have souls, Vampirella was given a soul, which is why she is a hero and, fights for good, that kind of thing. Because clones aren't supposed to have souls or whatever, but she does. So that kind of stood out for me. I am still kind of wrestling with what you said earlier about number 6 being the last.
I'm trying to figure out who he is too. Yeah,
because it makes references. It makes references to the preceding issues.
But it's just her. It's just her in her head. So it's like just a flashback of.
Well, nothing was solved though. Nothing was solved because we still have the ancients.
Yeah,
and
I know.
I get the feeling like this being, this algorithm is wanting Vampy's help, or is offering her help to Vampy to continue the fight against the ancients. That's kind of what I took. So,
yeah,
I don't know.
I'm guessing. I don't know. It just felt like it was like, okay, am I on a new story arc? Because we're not bouncing really back.
I didn't get that until you said that. That went right by me.
Because the first 6 episodes, it was very much, here's the past, here's the present, here's the far future.
What did I say, Calvin? I don't know what I said.
So this guy is her friend, who I guess they're just friends or friends with benefits. I don't know, because she just got head on the beach like 10 minutes earlier.
White Killmonger. I don't think this guy's white though. I think he is African American or person of color.
He seemed to have a French name, if I recall correctly.
Yes. So you're talking about that Mr. Holland, correct?
What's up, Nerdy Geek?
Yes.
Talking about the guy saying he's followed by alien critters. It keeps calling him everywhere he goes. He's got these critters following him. Yeah.
That look like bats. It looks like a swarm.
They look like bats. Yeah. Crickets or whatever.
If it's the Holland guy, that's correct, Holland. Apparently in there was a Blood and Ash series that he was in. I don't know which must have been Dynamite.
Which one?
I'm not
47
familiar.
Volumes of Vampirella.
Yeah, normally Vampirella Priest, who's the writer of, he's the writer of this one. Normally he's not shy about throwing these references out there, like, hey, go here if you want to know who this is. And I don't recall any of it.
He does early on and brings something up here in Vampirella: The Red Mass, but after that, it's like, okay, she was. I didn't know she was shacking up with some dude, and she had her house there, because the last thing I remember, she's raising her kid, and she just gave up her kid. So she just gave up her kid, but it's like, oh, now she's just kind of moonbathing and getting eaten out on the beach. It threw me for a little bit of loop this week on Vampirella. So
I read a comment. Somebody it was in one of the forums where people were talking about this, and the person who posted the comment was it's a forum, so who knows how upset they really were, but they were like, I'm all for seeing struggles to build for character development, but I never thought I would see Vampirella struggling with postpartum depression. Part of her character development.
Yeah, I didn't see that one coming either. But so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where this goes. I'm interested to see if this just does tie back, and this is what sets her on that path to eventually be the future overlord, and then they bring everything back and tie everything back in. It just felt like a beginning of a new story arc, and I was like, what?
Yeah, it was something. I mean, definitely, obviously, it took way more than 5 minutes to try and explain what was going on in this one.
Yeah,
because it is kind of not nearly as much jumping around, but still, it was, once she started probing Vampirella's memories and things, it kind of hopped around a little bit. But
yeah, the book in and of itself was an easy read.
Though.
This book in and of itself was easy to track. I'm just trying to figure out how it fits into the first 6 issues we read. So
still not nearly as easy as and you and I talked in our chat, Joe. I think we're an issue behind on Vampirella Armageddon, so we'll have to maybe do a 10-minute review next time number 7 pops up. But yeah, much easier read than we said it before. Much easier read than this one.
Yeah, I would like to. I still do want us to do a Zenoscope 5-minute review, but Zenoscope books are they're a little harder to come by at times.
I got sidebar. So Zenoscope, like all the other comic book production, they're all doing like their end of the year, their Christmas holiday, their Black Friday sales. So I get this thing from Zenoscope, and they have some Dravacus covers that I was like, oh, we got some Dravacus. Let me go look. First of all, Zenoscope is expensive as hell.
Yeah,
but
they have some pretty limited stuff.
They have one of their Dravacus they had listed as $1,000. It was like limited to 25, $1,000 a copy. And I'm like, is that a mistype? What the? So I actually kind of went to their customer service. I was like, hey, is this legit? $1,000 for a limited to 25? That's kind of crazy. I didn't actually say that in so many, I did in not so many words, but so I actually got a reply back, which was a little surprising that they didn't just write me off as some idiot, but actually so they said, no, we put $1,000 on there to dissuade people from buying it because it's actually a free gift for anyone for anyone that spends $1,000 on our website. And I'm like, holy shit, who's dropping $1,000 on Zenoscope? I mean, I'm a big fan of Dravacus, but I'll pump the brakes. $1,000 on Zenoscope? No, even I have my limits. Good God.
Really?
I mean, they have some good limited stuff. And
believe it or not.
Covers,
I do.
Oh man.
Anyway.
Joe, your boy is live, and he's got some pages on there.
Yeah. So, I see Nerdy popped in. Nerdy, hope the wife's doing better.
Yep, Nerdy's here.
Good to have you in. And I guess it's time for Dom's favorite segment of the
here we go.
It's time for the That's Not a Comic, That's Not a Comic, Salient Comic, It's time for the That's Not a Comic, That's Not a Comic, Salient Comic, oh cool. Sale of the week.
I still don't understand why at the end
I
they say sail, but the rest of the song they say salia. What the hell? Come on, man.
I
still don't know what Agoo is. I mean, Agoo? I don't know what Agoo is. All right, this week, for whatever reason, this popped in my head, and later on, Joe told me, well, I'm glad it did because he has something he wants to say. We have some, and let me know whenever you want to hop in here, Joe, because I did not know it until you actually told me in the chat. We have Smokey V. Bear.
Nope. His name is Smokey Bear, and if you watch the modern commercials that they do for it, they just call him Smokey Bear. And I saw one of the commercials recently, and I was like, "What the fuck you say, Smokey Bear?" I was like, "It's Smokey the Bear." And then I went back and I did a little research. Apparently, it is Smokey Bear. Is this a Mandela
It's always
effect?
been Smokey Bear.
Is this? Yeah, I don't have I jumped to a different dimension?
Listen, you're in a multiverse.
What do they call that?
I don't know.
When somebody, what do they call it when something changes and you could have swore it was like this?
It's Mandela effect.
Mandela effect. Thank you. Mandela effect. Yeah.
But yeah, and I was like, I'm reading up, and it was like, it's always been Smokey Bear. And I'm like, no, it's always been Smokey the Bear.
Smokey the Bear. Smokey the Bear. But Cosmic says Smokey Bear vinyl and Cosmic. Okay, well, Smokey Bear. We have a Smokey the Bear. Apologies for the but we'll go with it for now. Smokey the Bear barbecue grill from the 1950s. That is according to the listing. I could not find anything to bear.
Was Smokey the Bear was from that long ago?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's been around a while.
Really? I thought it was
30s, I think.
Yeah.
The 70s.
Smokey Bear has been around apparently since the 30s.
I want to say the 30s, but
it's like 30s, 40s.
But yeah, we have so they listed it as the 50s, and I could not find anything to either confirm or deny that, so I went with it. 1950s metal barbecue grill, 9 by 11 inches. I couldn't find any manufacturing info. Was bought for $120 on a fixed price back in late September.
I do enjoy that Smokey wants, he's scared about fires, so he's going to give you a tool to make really fucking hot fires.
Let you go barbecue in the dry leaves and the kindling. Yeah. We also have, but right next to where you're going to barbecue, we hope that there is a sign that says "Drown your campfires." Smokey the Bear, drown your campfires sign. Again, couldn't find anything specific on manufacturing dates for this. The listing said it's the 30s through the 60s. Porcelain sign, 10-inch sign, sold for $200. Again, late September on a fixed price accepted sale.
That's good. Those metal porcelain ones are nice signs. I used to collect gas station signs like that. Yeah,
those are always cool. And there's probably reproductions out there too, so be careful if you decide to venture down that rabbit hole.
We will have to ask him next time.
Maybe you're watching. Smokey the Bear cigarette snuffer. I guess maybe I don't know if I've ever heard it called a snuffer before. Maybe I have and just never paid it much mind. But we have a Smokey the Bear cigarette snuffer. This one is from Deadwood, South Dakota. I saw another one that was from. There was another one listed for a very similar price from somewhere in Pennsylvania. I can't remember the city, but sorry, the park. Somewhere in Pennsylvania. There was no date listed, but from what I could find, just doing a brief Google search, these were probably about the 50s or the 60s is when these were made. This one is used. This one was $100 fixed price back again in late September.
Put your cigarette on a bear's head.
Yep.
That's always fun.
All right. And we have a Smokey the Bear bobblehead nodder, which again, I don't know if I've ever heard a bobblehead called a nodder before. Let me know if you have. I don't think I have. This one is from the 60s. From what I did, the little research that I do on these things after, other than just whatever's in the listing. Most likely this one was made in Japan, as most bobbleheads from the 60s were. This one was a $63 fixed price accepted earlier in early November. And we also have a Smokey the Bear ashtray. This one was from, there was no date listed on this one, but I did a little research, found out these were probably from the 50s and 60s, most likely made in China. And this one has some slight shipping damage, sold for a little over about $75 on a fixed price. Again, late September.
Okay.
And lastly, because I like lunchboxes, I think they're cool. Even though this one is vinyl and not made out of not tin, we have a Smokey the Bear lunchbox. The listing said 60s, but I was able to find out that this lunchbox was from 1965. It is vinyl. It was made by the company Thermos. It does not have a thermos in it in this one. Sold for $90 on a best offer September 13th.
Wow.
Early.
Nothing says fire safety like highly flammable material on a lunchbox.
It'll just melt. It'll melt to you.
I like how you use Smokey Bear on freaking cigarette ashtrays, cigarette diffusers, anything with cigarettes because everybody friggin' smoked. I hate that. Listen. I lived in a house.
We don't want you to smoke, but if you
I
do,
missed it.
My mom and dad grew up. They smoked in the house. Couldn't stand it. I hated it. Every time I went out, my clothes smelled like cigarette smoke. My mom washed clothes, and they used to go, "Dom, you smoke?" I'm like, "Hell no." They go, "Why does it smell like smoke?" My mom had the cigarette hanging out of her mouth, folding the clothes, and it's disgusting. Cigarette smokers are disgusting. I'm sorry, Joe, but it's disgusting.
I quit smoking years ago.
Who wasn't really an Indian? Yes, that I can't remember the guy's name. He was actually
wasn't he Italian?
I was gonna say I think he was Italian. He's not. He wasn't
the
actually
streets of New York all
Native
dirty,
American.
walking, and he's crossing the street, and the tears coming out of his eye.
But he could cry on. Just cry on demand. So that was like, okay, you got the job.
Oh, the crying man.
Good stuff. Keeping the streak alive, Jedi. Keeping the streak alive.
Find some more.
One more week.
You got a lot more stuff coming up.
One week at a time.
Yep. No Styx this week. You got nothing, Styx?
Nope, nothing for me today.
All righty.
Then you don't get the intro, everybody. So blame Styx. You don't get the intro. Right, Styx at.
You got to have something or you don't get the intro. Sorry. That's the way it dems the breaks. We did a Vertigo spotlight, I don't know, about 6 months ago or so. And there's a lot of titles. So we covered A through almost all the way through L. So I figured, hey, let's go back to it. I actually, in the auction I was in last night on Whatnot, I actually picked up a handful of these books. So these books can be found very reasonably. I passed up a few that were in there too. It's the one thing I love about Vertigo is they were great stories, great series, great art, great writers, and most of the books are still dirt cheap. You can find them in dollar bins, you can do whatever. And a lot of, like I said, if you collect Boland, hey, here's Boland cover. You collect Fable, there's all this, all this stuff that's sitting out there that's fantastic back issue stuff. Instead of going out and spending ridiculous amounts of money for 40 variants on a single title that's not going to be worth anything in 2 months, go dig in those dollar bins and look for some fun titles. So, starting off with with where we kind of left off, you had Lucifer. So you got your Sandman universe there. You had a couple volumes that went through. Vertigo was really good too about taking any of their longer runnings and dumping them out in trades and then reprinting those trades like 40 times. There's so many, Sandman has so many collected trades that went so many different printings. But Lucifer's always great. There's on 25, you can get a good death cover there. I'm always on the lookout for a good death cover. Something to look for in those dollar bin boxes sometimes. You had basically 2 volumes. Then you had your Mad Max. You had the Fury Road. And then you had you had Nux and the Immortan. You had Max and you had Furiosa. So they were actually 3 different books. They only had, I think Furiosa had 3 covers. Both had this art, and then I think there was a blank. The Max only had a couple covers, I think, and I know the Max and Immortan only had 2 covers as well. But for all you Mad Max fans out there, I don't know. I love the Mad Max universe. I know the Furiosa one was hot for a little bit when the last movie came out, but they're fun books to pick up, and they're back and they're cheap again. So you had a good run of Madame Xanadu, fantastic covers in there. William Kaluta covers were fantastic in there. His stuff peppers through a lot of the Vertigo titles. Fantastic artwork that's in there. Madame Xanadu ran for a nice. It was a nice little run. He got up into the 30s at least in terms of the run. So if you're a Madame Xanadu fan, there you go. You had Mez and Santa. A handful of these covers that I threw out here. There were some good John Bolton covers in here that we did a spotlight on a while back. So John Bolton did a good number of covers in here. You had a good Merv. Yeah. No, John Bolton. You had a good Merv. You had a good Merv Pumpkinhead, Agent of Dream. So you had some of the characters from Sandman would spin off, and you get either a one shot or a little trade or something like that, or a larger size one shot in there. Midnight Mass had a pretty cool run if you're kind of into the kind of the zombie world there. It actually had 2 volumes, first volume, and then the Here, There to Monsters was the second volume that came out. But a lot of cool monster covers in here. A lot of fun zombie covers in there as well. You had Millennium Fever. You had the Minx, which had some fantastic covers in there as well. I love the little chimp belt cover there.
I thought that chimp was coming out of her stomach for a minute. I was like,
no, it's just a belt buckle.
Belt buckle.
Yeah. But good. The Minx had Sean Phillips art. So if you're a Sean Phillips fan, you can get there. If you're a fan of Peter Milligan's writing, you pick that up there as well. The Nemavor had some really cool covers as well. Some nice covers. There was a little series that ran a little bit, the little Mob Fire, if you like your crime. There was a Moon Shadow, which had some interesting, fun, beautiful painted covers in there as well. I think it only ran maybe like 12 issues or so, but some really beautiful painted covers that were in there. You had Motherlands, which had a Kim Jong-gi set of covers in there. So, he passed way too early. So it's always fun trying to find some of his older work that's showing up here in Vertigo. Again, you had a one-off there of a Mr. Punch. You had a very interesting Muktak Wolfshirith hard-boiled shaman, which was a kind of a film noir kind of hard-boiled detective story, but with a Native American shaman. So there were some fun covers in there. You had a nice little two offers there for Mystery in Space on the covers. Nice little Mike Allred cover there on the far right. You had a lot of one-offs and a lot of smaller titles that popped in that only ran short little runs. Mystery Play, which I believe is the Mystery Play is a Grant Morrison story. So you had that in there. You would get Morrison peppered in to a lot of the Vertigo titles. You had Names, which just had some badass covers. Like I said, a lot of these I'll just pick up just for cover fun because they're cheap and they're really cool covers. Names of Magic had some fun Bolton covers in there as well. You had Neil Gaiman and Charles Vess, Stardust, which was reprinted a couple times. Beautiful art in there. Vess is a badass. Neverwhere, Glenn Fabry covers. Glenn Fabry covers are fantastic, and you'll see them a ton through Vertigo titles for all the stuff he did with Preacher, stuff like that. But again, another fun Neil Gaiman title as well. You had Nevada, which I really liked the covers in Nevada. And it's a title I don't see out in the wild too much, but I think it's a little run that I want to get because there's some fun covers in there. You had the Dead Wardians, which also had some really fun kind of zombie covers, but in Edwardian times in England. If you're a Brett Parsons fan, Brett Parson had New Romancer, so he did all the covers for that as well, which is pretty nice. You had New York 5 if you're a fan of Brian Wood. Nice House by the Sea is now a Vertigo title now that they have brought back Vertigo. So what was this? This was NYCC, I think, dropped this. And this Nice House by the Sea. Variant cover of, I think it was from issue 1 to relabel it as Vertigo. And then I believe this is 6 or 7. Nice Maria Lovett cover on that as well. So Nice House by the Sea, as it continues with issue 7 and on, will be imprinted with the Vertigo logo. Nice little trade there. The Nobody, Jeff Lemire, kind of a more modern take on the Invisible Man. A very long running series, which again just has killer titles, which is a run I think I want to start putting together is the Northlanders. It's all good kind of Nordic tales. So you're getting a lot of Vikings, you're getting a lot of Icelandic tales and stuff like that. So you're getting a lot of swords, a lot of sexy ladies, and a lot of violence. But the cover runs through it are fantastic. It ran a good 40, 50 issues. But again, all of the covers are really fantastic in it. Dave Gibbons had a nice little trade that came out, the originals. There was the Other Side, which was more war story comic from Vertigo. Outlaw Nation, again, you get Glenn Favory covers, which are fantastic. Just creepy fucking covers. Great books that I'm sorry, if I see those covers for $1, I'm picking them up. Of course, you had Preacher, one of the more famous Vertigo titles that were out there, and all of the fantastic Glenn Favory covers that blessed this wonderful series that was out there.
Oh yeah,
yeah, they were all good. They're all good.
Crazy.
Like I said, there was when they put the series out on AMC, they dropped a cover for Preacher as well, with kind of a flip-flop on the characters to make them look like the characters that were in the AMC series.
That's cool.
Then you had some one-offs as well. You had Saint of Killers was a short-run series, so you had some spin-offs of those characters to get some backstory as well. You had Promethea, which is beautiful Alan Moore that came out. Beautiful, beautiful art on this when it was reprinted and put out. Proposition Player, again, you get some really cool John Bolton stuff. I love the monkey. I love the monkey with the cards and the cash. If you like a little more pulpy stuff, Howard Chaykin had Pulp Fantastic, which had a little run. I think it was 4 or 5 issues. You had Punk Rock Jesus for all you Sean Murphy fans out there. So, as much as I love the Murphyverse, Sean Murphy has other stuff out there too. Ratcatcher was out there, and one thing you will find in Vertigo is a lot of earlier Lee Bermejo covers and artwork as well. So he did the cover on that Ratcatcher there. Red Thorn, I remember this book was hot a little while back. It was a couple years back for some reason. I can't even remember why it was hot, but it's a nice little series. Ran about 9
Wasn't it
issues
supposed
or
to be
so.
like options? That's why it was hot.
Yeah, everything. There's always option rumors. I can't even remember anymore.
Either can they.
I know, right? You're right.
It was, but it was reprinted, and the 20th anniversary went out from Vertigo. Max Allen Collins, very few do it better. But Road to Perdition was put out through Vertigo. The follow-up Road to Perdition 2, On the Road, and
Was
Return
that
to
a-
Perdition.
Was the movie based on? I didn't know. Was this from like the movie, or is it
Yeah.
totally
Yeah.
different?
Yes.
I didn't know that. I didn't know the
Based on
movie
it.
was based on a. I didn't know the movie was based on a comic. Okay.
Mhm. Yeah. Max Allen Collins is fantastic. He's done a lot of the hard case crime stuff for Titan. He's a great writer. Solid writer. But yeah, you can pick these up in comic form. And like I said, there was a follow-up. There was a Return to Perdition as well.
And these preceded the movie, right? It wasn't movie then comics. It was comics then movie.
Yeah, I believe it was comics then movie.
Comic kind of movie.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Wow, I did not know that.
Because Max Allen Collins is credited, I believe, in the movie. So
I believe he is.
now, if you're a Matt Kent fan, he had a little one-shotter there with Revolver. Royals Masters of War has some fun covers on it as well. I will never knock a pin-up on the side of a plane cover ever, but some good World War II covers in there.
Not the right
And of
rose,
course-
but it's a good enough rose.
Yeah. You have, of course, a ton of
Had to remind
Sandman.
me.
Sandman switched over to Vertigo. It was a DC title, and then it got imprinted with Vertigo in the 30s, and then was Vertigo from that point till the end at issue 75. Again, you got tons. Yeah, you got tons and tons of trades that Vertigo would then put out as well, which are mostly just volume compilations from the 7 or 12 or whatever volumes of Sandman. But you can pretty much find whatever cover and art you like in the 8 million reprinted trades of Sandman. If you want to look at the other Sandman, the original Sandman, Sandman Mystery Theater, also one of the longest running Vertigo titles as well. It ran for 50 plus issues, I believe. They had a lot of fun art, kind of photo covers mixed in with these as well, which was kind of fun. And then if we slip back to the other Sandman, you have a few spin-offs there with Bast and Dead Boy Detectives. Everything you always wanted to know about Dreams. Love Street as well. So you got a bunch of spin-offs. So if you like Sandman, you can go dig up a bunch of really cheap books sitting in dollar boxes with the Vertigo line. Later on, you did have some Lucifer, Petrifax. There's a short series of the Corinthian. So again, you got lots of Sandman universe that ran through there. Overture had some very pretty color. There's a handful of great covers in there. Is it James Jean on that last cover there? Like I said, any of there was a spinoff, the Dream Hunters, which had some really gorgeous, more Oriental feeling covers. If you like aliens, there was Saucer County, which had some really good creepy alien covers.
Nice.
I like that series. That's a great series.
Yeah. Savage Things also had some crazy covers. Jason Aaron wrote Scalped, which ran for a while.
Oh, I read that. That's a good comic. That's a good story.
Jason Aaron's great. And there's also some pretty hot cover candy in there as well. Scary. You got Scene of the Crime, which again, Sean Phillips and Ed Brubaker. So if you're looking for some other non-independent Brubaker and Phillips, you can pick up the run on Scene of the Crime and pick yourself up some Brubaker and Phillips. You had Sea Guy there, which was I think 3 or 4 issues. Sebastian O, which was a Grant Morrison story. So you had Seekers. You got Shay the Changing Man, which again was another one where I think it started in DC and then it got imprinted as Vertigo. It just kept the numbering kept going or whatever. You just started to see the Vertigo imprint on the issues.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Sheriff of Babylon, cool series as well. Skin Graft. There's the Tattooed Man. Adventures of the Tattooed Man. Some interesting covers in that one, even though I never picked it up. If you're looking for some older Tula Lotte, Slash and Burn is all Lotte. Good stuff. I think I picked up this whole run for like $4 at one point. But really great Tula Lotte covers. There was a trade that came out from Gilbert Hernandez, Sloth. So if you're a fan of Love and Rockets and the Hernandez brothers, it's a good one to pick up. Spaceman had a bunch of weird covers as well, which I liked, just kind of as some cover candy. There was a few issues of Strange Adventures, which had just really awesome covers. Really fun, creepy, hilarious covers. And they also, around the same time, they did Strange Sports Stories, which also had some interesting, strange, and weird covers as well. You had Suiciders, where you had Lee Bermejo. So if you're looking for some older Lee Bermejo stuff, you can go pick up Suiciders, and you get a lot of Lee Bermejo artwork in there if you're a fan. There were 2 volumes there. You had Suiciders and Suiciders King of Hell. Survivors Club, nice series, beautiful covers. That final issue is a gorgeous Sienkiewicz cover. Swamp Thing, again, Swamp Thing is another one. It transitioned to Vertigo from DC. Again, you can find some gems in there. You can find some Bolin gems in there. You can find some great, weird covers in there. Yeah, a lot of people haven't heard of a lot of these comics. Mm-hmm. But they're in there, and like I said, a lot of these they're stuck in there with your innovation books and everything else in dollar boxes a lot of times, and they're good reading. And like I said, there's solid talent. You tell Bermejo's getting top dollar for Spider-Man covers now and doing great work. So it's fun to go back, and I like seeing some of their older work. You had a couple volumes of Swamp Thing. Again, is there a bad Swamp Thing? I don't know. I like Swamp Thing. I always enjoy Swamp Thing. Sweet Tooth, of course, had its run as well. I guess that book's pretty much had its day. So if you're looking for Sweet Tooth, I'm sure it's probably pretty damn dirt cheap now.
Yeah.
You had 2 Tank Girl series that ran out. You had Apocalypse and Odyssey. So you got some good Brian Bolin covers in there, Jimmy Hewitt covers. Terminal City had some fun covers as well, which I liked. You had The Testament. It was okay. Terminal City had some fun, weird covers. Mm-hmm. It was more of a hard-boiled type story. If you're a Tom Strong fan, there was a short little Tom Strong run. And then, of course, one of the major Vertigo titles was Transmetropolitan. There is a Jaime Hernandez cover on the far right there. So, again, all you Love and Rockets fans, if you're a Hernandez brothers chaser of covers like I am, there is a nice Transmetropolitan cover in there. Again, Transmetropolitan, moved over to Vertigo. So where you see the year 2 is the first with the Vertigo imprint on it. So you had that first run through, and then you also there's some Jeff Darrow covers in Transmetropolitan. There's a lot of good stuff in there. Warren Ellis takes over writing as well. So, a lot of good stuff in there. Trenchcoat Brigade, short series, but fantastic series because you get Phantom Stranger, Dr. Occult, Constantine, and Mystery together, which is just a bunch of characters I like. And it's kind of fun to have them together. Trillium was a Jeff Lemire title, which so if you're a Jeff Lemire fan, you get a bunch of fun Jeff Lemire covers in there. Twilight Children, again, Gilbert Hernandez, who I love, but also a slew of Darwin Cook covers. This one that's up here being the best, which was, I think, the 1 ratio that was a 1 in 10. So for all you Darwin Cook chasers, Twilight Children is an easy way to dip your toe into some Darwin Cook covers. Unmen had a nice little run. There was a 2-issue run, which is an Alex Ross book, US. So you get Uncle Sam. So that's fun. Unexpected. That's a Raphael Grandpa cover. That third one over, I bought that book last night for $2. It's a fantastic Grandpa cover. And there's a Cluta cover on the far right there. Both fantastic. Unknown Soldier had 2 volumes that ran through. So a little more war story type stuff. I'm not sure where the first one takes place. I know the second one takes place in Africa. So if you like that kind of stuff, that's there for you. Unfollow had a handful of issues that were out there with some fun covers as well. Unwritten had some beautiful Unwritten and Unwritten Apocalypse had some really beautiful Asian inspired covers.
Was Unfollow was it like a horror comic? Because there was a movie I think called Unfollow, wasn't there? It was a horror movie or kind of like a slasher movie.
There was iFollow. Was it iFollow? Was it iFollow?
Oh, I thought there was one called Unfollow too. Maybe it was.
Oh, there might have been, but I'm sure it was probably some cheesy.
There was that one. That one internet horror movie where they're on the computer and.
Yeah, probably nothing to do with this comic though. Okay.
I don't think it's related.
Now, fantastic 3 volumes of Vamps, Hollywood and Vane, and Pumpkin Time. So, I mean, with regular Vamps, you're getting some badass Bolin covers. Pumpkin Time, you get Frank Quietly covers.
Is that a one shot?
No, there's 3 issues in Pumpkin Time.
I've never seen that.
I think, I own a handful. I don't know how many full sets I have, but I know I have a handful because I always just pick it up because I see it in the dollar boxes all the time, and I'm like, oh shit, it's Frank Quietly. It's famous.
I have the other 2 volumes. I've never seen Pumpkin.
Yeah.
Pumpkin.
You got User. You got another John Bolton cover. You had a handful of these Vertigo pops. So you had a London, you had a Bangkok, and you had a Tokyo. These all just had a bunch of stories in them. So a lot of good stuff. Second one, I think it's Philip Bond cover. I like Philip Bond.
Yeah, we don't want you to unfollow the channel, Terry. Everybody, they would.
It's all right. Vertigo Jam, so that had a nice Glenn Fabry cover, and you get everybody on the cover there, which is kind of fun. They did a handful of these kind of, hey, here's a chunk, a nice thick quarterly where we're going to give you like 10 stories. You're going to have a bunch of really good writers, a bunch of really good artists, and to be able to have these like 80 or 100 pagers, they're fun if you find them out there because it's just good reading. And again, they're cheap. You have The Geek, which was a Rachel Pollack book. That was a pretty highly respected book that came out there. You had a little Phantom Stranger. Can never go wrong with Phantom Stranger. I do love the fold out Mullen cover on Vertigo's Winter's Edge. And then you have an all-red cover there as well as a fold out, which is nice.
Joe, you're making my OCD just explode right now. But go ahead. you were doing alphabetically, and then suddenly we're like all over the place. Like,
now we're still. It's Vertigo. It's It's Vertigo.
Oh, it's all Vertigo something now. Okay, so
Yes,
we're in
it's
the V.
Vertigo.
Vertigo
It's,
is Winner's
it's not
Edge.
Winner's Edge. It's Vertigo Winner's Edge. It's
Oh,
actually
okay.
a Vertigo. Same with First Offenses. It's Vertigo First Offenses. They're all collections of
Oh,
stories.
okay. Thank God, I don't have to take my medication. All right.
I had to swap up every now and then just for keeping things together, but I think I picked up this book last night too, the Vimanorama, because it's Grant Morrison, but it's also Philip Bond's art, and I like Philip Bond a lot. Final Underground had just a bunch of fun covers on it. If you're a fan again of Sean Murphy, and you're a fan of Scott Snyder, The Wake had a nice little run. I forget how many issues that ran, but it was a pretty solid run on The Wake for a while. So go back, read some good Scott Snyder and Murphy together, which is a pretty good combo. Garth Ennis had a shit ton of war stories.
Didn't we talk about this last week? War stories.
I had a different Garth Ennis war stories book that was from Avatar, I believe.
Oh, okay. I was just curious because I remember asking if it was like crazy off the deep end Garth Ennis stories, or if it was more.
They kind of, sort of, but a little more restrained. But it's still Garth Ennis. It's still going to be more on the edge than in most other things you're reading, even if he's trying to be restrained. You got the We Three had a short little run, which was Grant Morrison and Frank Quietly together. A bunch of weird missing pet posters on the covers of those books. You had weird war tales and weird Western tales. There's some fun weird Western tales covers in there, including a dark.
Say hello to my little friend.
I know that's just a great cover. I just love that goddamn cover. Witchcraft, you had some
His hat smells
covers.
like Gucci.
Witchcraft had some beautiful William Kaluta covers in there as well. There was a little run series called The Witching. The Witching Hour itself, you could pick yourself up a nice Frizzen cover, a little under the radar Frizzen cover, cheap that I've found cheap numerous times, and on the far right, a nice Tedesco cover also that you can often find very cheap. So if you're a Tedesco fan, which I am, or Frizzen fan, which I am, there's some good stuff there.
All right.
Wolf Moon. So if you like your lichens, you can go for that. Nice Marguerite Sauvage cover there. Of course, Why the Last Man, which ran for a while until FX decided to make a show out of it and then ruin it.
Definitely like the monkey doing the Hamlet impersonation to be what else.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite covers of that whole series.
Okay, Marcel the monkey from Friends.
Yeah.
Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him for issue.
Yeah, David Lamson's Young Liars, which was kind of a little bit of a dark kind of romance. And last but not least on our list, let's end with a nice trade Bolin cover for Zatanna Everyday Magic. That trade paperback always does well. So we carried Vertigo through from A all the way through Z. I covered not every single title, but I tried to give you a good sample of a lot of stuff that was in there.
What happened to Why the Last Man? Why did they stop making
the series or the comic?
Yeah, the series, the TV series.
The series was pretty awful.
Yeah.
Oh, was it?
It was terrible. It was terrible.
Yeah, I mean, I like seeing naked women, but there were some scenes in there that even made me be like, I don't know if I want to see naked women.
Well, Joe, thank you. That was good.
Yeah, it's a good run through. Like I said, I'm hunting cheap boxes all the time, and sometimes stuff just doesn't hit my brain, and I like to have little reminders. And going through here, like I said, some of like the Bermejo stuff and stuff like that. If you're a Bermejo fan, it's fun to pick up, a run of 5 or 6 Bermejo books where he's doing all the art for a few bucks. It's always wonderful. All righty. Jedi, you got some collectibles for us
Got a
today?
few.
Let's-
So we'll run it.
Let's do it.
Coming soon, collectibles! Dom might have helped a tiny bit.
All right. Not very. In fact, we almost didn't do this segment this week because not a lot. I guess companies are still just trying to clear out their old merchandise and stuff, and not a whole lot of new drops or pre-orders, but some. So decided to go ahead, and I think there's only got like 5 slides. But first up, we have. This is why I did it. I wasn't going to do it, and then I saw this, and I'm like, well, hell, I got to do this.
Yeah.
G.I. Joe Zartan. We're getting a Hiya Toys exquisite mini-series G.I. Joe Zartan Master of Disguise version. This is
working on those
1/18 scale.
Yeah, so they already have a figure ready. So this is another one that's coming out. So I got to get the first one. Didn't get it.
Yeah, this is a prototype, so not yet, from what I saw, not quite ready for pre-order yet.
Did you see 2 of those faces that are there, Dom?
I know.
In that picture?
There you got
Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes? That's fun.
Well, see, so apparently, this figure, right, is a copy of the classified, because the classified had a bunch of masks in the. So this is more of a smaller scale version of the classified, but that's badass. Look at all the accessories.
Yeah.
That is the way a toy should be made, and I will be definitely getting this when it does drop.
So much playtime to be had with all those accessories, huh, Dom?
Yeah, so much playtime.
I'd be losing those arrows right away.
We have so much so much goodness of my core 4. I'm eating good.
Yeah.
Next year, the shit that's coming out next year, and the stuff that's actually coming out now, the end of the year, but the next year, oh my God, can't believe I'm getting. They're giving me what I want.
Well, speaking of what people want, apparently, and this is Dom did send me this, so Dom contributed this week. He sent me this. We have Iron Studios Absolute Batman 1/10 scale figure.
Well, statue was a statue.
I was trying to find a little GIF of actually Batman, and there were a few, but then I came across this one.
Yeah, that's bad.
This is pretty bad. I gotta admit, this is pretty badass, man.
I'm happy with that.
I like this.
Yeah, so this is the pre-order alert. So you should be able to find this out there on at least on Iron Studios website, at least for pre-order. And I don't know.
You know? You don't know.
It probably said, but probably I don't know, Dom. What do you say? I'd probably like $200. Probably. I don't know. Iron Studios is not usually.
Iron Studios, well, about $250. This is it's probably coming out it's coming out sometime next year. This statue.
Yeah.
But, you know what that means?
I don't know. Is this?
You know what that means? If they're coming out with this, you know what else they're coming out with? All his cast members. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, and it won't be long. I mean, it won't be long, I guess, before you get McFarlane and everybody else playing. Shipping in this.
You're gonna be getting DC with a. They're gonna probably make this figure definitely before McFarlane leaves DC behind. Definitely they're gonna make this figure.
I don't know. Is this Absolute Batman first appearance in plastic? I don't know.
Well, it's a statue. It's a statue. It's first collectible
resin appearance.
Resin statue.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So there you go. There you get your first appearance. If you missed out on the comic book, don't miss out on this.
Yeah, it was on the toy. Yeah. Well, the statue. Nice collectible.
All right. We got a few things this week, so I went ahead and if you're squeamish, don't look away from the gift because boom. Hiya Toys is also doing a mini series, The Walking Dead Glenn 1/18 scale. And with all the accessories, you do not get the eye popping out of the head.
Oh man, that's what I was going to ask. I was like, do I get a detached eye?
It doesn't look like you do from what it shows. This is a pre-order alert, so you can find these out there on different.
Yeah, Cosmic as a statue. I said it was a statue. It's a statue. Still good.
Yeah. So if there's still people out there collecting Walking Dead, and you're looking for a Glenn,
there's still a big fan base. I actually think I have Glenn, the original McFarlane figures that came out. Well, I got the original figures that came out from McFarlane in my storage unit.
Batman is $270.
$270.
Yeah, it's an expensive Batman.
Not bad.
Yeah.
That's a lot of.
Moving on. So of all the Princess Leia's that we want, this is the one.
This tomorrow. On Sunday, I got this. This just came out. Yes, but you know what?
That face mold is good.
It's a step closer.
It is a good face mold.
It is a step closer to the slave Leia, because this is what she had on before she wound up donning the slave gear. So,
well, my question is, did the soft goods come off?
Probably take them off. I think you could. Yeah.
I doubt it. Not to the extent you're probably wanting them to.
Maybe you can make her lab yourself up a slave Leia out of this.
Maybe
you probably could. I really wish they would do it, but I don't know. Look, Hot Toys should do it, man. It should be a limited run.
Isn't there already a Hot Toy slave Leia out there somewhere? Like
no, there's not. There's a statue. There's a statue. A
really? Okay.
A Hot Toy statue.
Okay.
And the little mini statues like this.
Didn't Playmates have one? The plastic mold.
Right. Playmates. Yeah, Playmate. I think it does. Yeah. But they have a statue like this. Only like half of a Leia, the little 1/4 scale. But
this is a really good likeness in the face. Joe commented on it, and it's very good. Again, it gives Dom hope that we are one step closer to the slave Leia. This is probably I don't know how many people out there will say that the Bosch disguise is their favorite slave or their favorite Princess Leia. Maybe there's some out there.
And listen, if you like the bounty hunters,
but
if you like bounty hunters,
it's Leia in Bausch disguise, not Leia in Bush disguise.
In Bush disguise, yes. Boosh. Yeah. You know what? I'm actually considering picking this one up. Maybe. Definitely.
And I want to say that may be it for this week. This is a pre-order alert, so it is available now.
Yep.
No, we got one more. Ghostbusters, because people do collect these. Believe it, they do. I know some folks that at least one or two people that collect backpacks. We have the Ghostbusters Stay Puft Marshmallow Man Chase Mini Backpack with all you can see it from the front, back, and the inside from the pictures provided. This is a pre-order alert. It is, I know, on Entertainment Earth right now, so you can pre-order it. If you collect backpacks, pretty cool backpack.
Nice.
And apparently, if you can't, I didn't call attention to it, but it does the Ghostmobile does have glow in the dark headlights, as you can see in that top left corner. So. And that is it for this week. Just a handful of slides.
There you go.
Sweet.
I like
it. So what are we reading this week? Dom, you reading anything?
Well, I actually, I finally read issue part 2 of Dreadnought War, and I actually got the synopsis on TV. I watched somebody read it on TV because I didn't pick up the books this week. Dreadnought War is good. It is, I love the Energon universe. I love what they're doing with it. I'm very intrigued and excited to see what comes down the road. I'm just hoping that they introduce my boy Zartan in this damn book eventually. You can't have the Dreadnought. You can't have the Dreadnoughts without Zartan because he's the leader of the damn friggin' Dreadnoughts. So you might be getting him. There might be a big twist. I was talking to Matt. There might be a big twist in the Energon universe that Zartan may already be. His presence might already be in the.
Who said that?
Makes sense.
Well, Styx. Styx said
Who
it.
said that? I said that. I said that. You didn't
Well,
say that. I said that.
Well, I'm just saying, but there might be after reading the books, you're looking at things because
Yeah.
I just got a synopsis of what the next couple of books might be. Well, looks like Destro might be somebody in disguise. We don't know, so we'll see what happens. But it's a very, very interesting story, and if you like G.I. Joe and you like Transformers, and Kirkman is killing it. Well, Kirkman's killing the universe to snap, but the story in G.I. Joe is actually really good. And so, Mask is also in this universe too. So we got Matt Tracker, we got Miles Mayhem. So the
picking up some old
Mask
Mask stuff.
Well, issue 19 has a 1 in 100 Matt Tracker cover, which will probably be a hot comic to get, which definitely going to get. So, yes, pick up the Dreadnought War, G.I. Joe. You won't be disappointed. The artwork is phenomenal. There's a lot more. In the issue I just passed, there's more art than writing, but the pictures say 1,000 words. The pictures actually read what the story is really about and a lot of things. But it's good.
Nice.
Recommend it. Recommend it.
Jedi, what's on your reading?
Well, a lot of the stuff, the mainstream stuff I read, if you will, is stuff that Joe and I do 5-minute reviews on. So I don't really read. I do not read Marvel or DC. Not DC anymore. But what I am trying to read, because like Joe likes to say, we read it so you don't have to. So
Yep.
A lot of these Kickstarters that I order for the covers, because I collect the covers like ICPOD or EOM, as you can see. They do have stories, and they are mature audience stories for the most part. The ones that I read, and as you can see, if you can read what it says on Fangers issue 1, bloody first issue, XXX content. That is true from reading it. Not as XXX as Vanya, the Lost Warrior. I may never recover from that one, but
Yeah.
it is XXX. There is actually descriptive sex in this comic book. But the story is basically we're three issues in. I don't know if the issue 4 Kickstarter has dropped yet. I think issue 3 is the one I just showed earlier, the ICPOT. This came out like maybe last month. Just started, getting the product out. So I read that this week. I get real Florida vibes from it. I don't know if it's actually takes place in Florida, but you have this maybe LA. Now that I think about it, you have these communities where monsters, particularly vampires, live. It's almost like they've made an agreement with the humans that we're going to live in these gated communities, if you will. But the humans, because the vampires sleep during the day, the humans run tours through these gated communities during the day, and they'll say like, this is where so and so, this is where whatever happened. I don't know. So we're on issue 3, and we really don't have a whole lot of backstory as to how this whole agreement or whatever happened. We just know that it's kind of in place. The story here is one of the tours breaks down right before sunset, which means that they have to
Buffet?
Well, there's supposedly some sort of protocols, but it's too late to implement the protocols. So there's different storylines going along with different people that were on the tour. A couple of them are trying to.
I'm sorry, if I'm part of that damn tour, I'm staying, because look at these damn girls.
Yeah.
I'm staying.
They don't look quite. The interior art does not make them look quite as tempting and attractive. But so there's different storylines with different character or different tourists that are on this tour. One of them, this group is trying to steal this rare like tiara or something or crown from the Queen Dracula, and they're also maybe wanting to be turned into vampires, so they're participating in this vampire feeding orgy. Another group of them are just trying to hide till daylight, so they take refuge with these friendly vampires whose daughter is actually a lichen, not a vampire, and one of those people turns out to be who's the vampire hunter guy? I can't think of his name now.
Van Helsing.
Van Helsing.
Van Helsing. Yeah, Van Helsing. And yeah, so we're already in issue 3, and as Joe will tell you, these things may come out. These issues may drop. These Kickstarters, maybe one issue a year sometimes. So very slow. Issue 3, we still don't have a whole lot of understanding of what's going on. We are seeing the plot kind of develop, but we don't have a lot of backstory. And moving forward, we kind of know. And then one of the guys that was supposed to be trying to help the group that's hiding out, come to find out he's in cahoots with the Dracula or whatever. So he's at the last panel, he like runs in and tells Dracula, and Dracula is sitting. I wish I could show this picture. Dracula is sitting in like this big crowd, this big throne, and he's got this girl sitting in front of him, and his penis is so big. It's actually
he's quite engorged.
It's actually laying over. It's not even an erect. It's like it's laying over her shoulder and hanging down to her. Like it's like I wish I could show it. It's funny because it's. But yeah. So anyway, that's what this story is about. If you weren't hooked with everything else, you get to the last panel and you see Dracula's huge wang, and you're like, okay, now I'm hooked. Now I gotta keep reading.
Damn, the penis did it for you. Damn. Okay.
The penis hooked me. It's comically huge. I mean, it's just like, what the fuck would anybody do with a penis?
You ever read the book Faust?
Yeah, by Goethe.
Yeah, Faust. Yeah, that was unbelievably violent and freaking sexually oriented. Freaking girls were getting turned inside out, freaking heads cut off, and freaking. Yeah,
this isn't gory. It's not gory, but it's certainly erotic, I guess, and sexual. Yeah, I know nobody was listening to a word I said, BK. Everyone's just looking at the ICPOC cover. I know, which seems on how I ended my review. Maybe that's a good thing. Nobody was listening to me.
Well, they have been cranking out amazing covers in that series. I know that much for sure.
Yeah, they have very when it comes to like especially indie. Well, now we're seeing them more in mainstream, especially with EOM. A lot of top name cover artists are involved with the Fangers title.
Yeah.
As you can see, EOM, ICPOD. You got the middle one. I can't think of what her. I don't know. You got Brian Miraglio. I can't think of that name. Anyway, it'll come to me. You got Brian Miraglio. You got I'll come.
I forget whether there was a Bear Witch cover or not. I can't remember.
Draxina. Anyway, go ahead.
Drax Gall or whatever. There's one I always mix up with Dravakis.
No, if I saw Dravakis too, I think, but not on some of the other earlier issues for this. Dravakis has. I don't know if he had on issue 3 or not. Anyway.
Yeah, I feel bad this week because I did not do my homework. I had picked it up earlier in the week. City Beneath Your Feet, the second volume or the second issue. There had been like a 2-month to 3-month, if not even longer, gap in between these books. Tinian's writing it, and I meant to go back to read issue 1 before I could read issue 2, and I didn't get to it. But if you like, Killer Nuns, assassins, and lesbians. It's a fun read. So the first issue was good. I got to go back and read it again before I can give this bad boy a try. Issue 3 is coming out in another 2 months or something like that. There's so much time in between them. It's a little frustrating, but they're always really quality books.
I'm going to go back one slide because I read Tyson's comment and I want to make sure everybody understands. That is the fangs in the mouth. That is me censoring. That is not what's really on the cover. Just make sure everybody understood that. In case you didn't, there's quite the exposed moose knuckle on this cover that I felt like I probably needed to censor. So that is not part of the real cover. That is me censoring it. So okay, there you go. Moving on.
So I will be getting to these, and maybe I'll throw it up next week and give a little more thorough review after I get through them again. So that's what I got. Styx, what you got?
I haven't had a chance to read anything this week, even my Doctor Who book that I picked up this week. So
I thought you read that.
I'll save that for next week. So, Issue 2 came out this week, so I haven't had a chance to read it.
Oh,
I read issue 1 last week.
Did you tell us about issue 1 last week?
I did it on the Doctor Who show. I can go over it again. Okay. You want me to? Yeah. But
I mean, it's up to you. I'm sure the people would love to hear what's going on in Doctor Who.
Nobody cares about my Doctor Who. I already know that. Except for
you. Dracula's Hugh Wang is a hard act to follow, but I mean,
it's a tall shaft to climb down, I guess.
Comically huge, I say. It was really big.
And if you see me looking down, you know what I'm doing, Jedi, and it involves what?
Swiping left.
Okay.
Yeah, man, I'm spending way too much money before Christmas. I'm spending way too much money before Christmas. That's what I know.
Yeah, last night you said you had to stop because you had Christmas presents to buy.
Those Christmas presents meant this auction.
Buying for myself now.
I do still have Christmas presents to buy, but he started throwing up 1945 pinup cards.
Comically huge.
So I'm having problems now, spending way too much money. I did give you guys a Tubi recommendation for this week. Sisu's up there. Watch it because the sequel's coming. So
sequel's coming. Actually, it's coming this month, right? Later this month.
Yeah, I believe so. So it's a fantastic movie. I mean, if you want to see a really solid action movie about a man who refuses to die and kills everybody in his path, it's a fantastic movie.
And I think says like 3 words throughout the entire.
Yeah,
he doesn't do a lot of talking.
Yeah, which is good because it's a foreign
movie. I gotta ask because I saw the trailers for this, the one that's coming out, like the first one. I thought it was like a completely AI movie because it looks completely AI almost. So I thought it was an AI generated movie that they were putting into theaters. So this is actually a series. The trailer.
I'm a little.
The first one was really good. First one was really good. I watched it. I think I watched it based on Joe's recommendation. To be honest,
the first
one it's really good.
The first one's fantastic. I'm a little worried that it should have just been a standalone movie. I don't know if I needed a sequel, but
I'm trying to remember how the first one ended. Did it end in a way that
had about a lot of movies though
needed a sequel though?
Yeah. So, but the first one is fantastic, and if you haven't watched it, and the sequel's coming out, maybe you watch it and be like, hey, maybe I want to go see the sequel. So, and it's Tubi, it's free. Yeah, you got to do
Cosmic. Yeah, Cosmic issue 2 did not have a flops cover. Only issue 1 did. So,
you're only getting so much. Now, Rick and Morty is where they're loading up flops variants. There's like a 13 issue run of flops variants in that.
Flops, yeah.
So yeah. So that's what I got this week. What are you boys watching?
I haven't watched anything yet. I gotta get to season 5 of Stranger Things. I haven't got that yet.
I want to sit
Haven't
down and
even
just take it all
started
in a
it.
chunk.
I've been
I'm caught up
watching-
on all my series. Oh, go ahead, Styx.
I was just gonna say I've been watching this week the 70s British TV show. I've been going through that again this week, so that's what I've been watching.
I've caught up on all of the Paramount shows that I watch. I've caught up on Welcome to Derry. I'm caught up on the Apple shows, Pluribus, and
Pluribus? Pluribus?
Pluribus. Yeah, I'm caught up on. I think I'm caught up on everything. I watched that latest Mark Wahlberg movie, Flight Risk. Yeah, it's all right. Yeah. And once I found that I could watch it on Paramount without commercials, I've been watching DMV, which is actually DMV is actually pretty good. It's actually pretty funny.
Oh,
it's
it's funny.
CBS show with what's his name? Tim. Can't think of his last
Tim
name.
Meadows.
Tim Meadows. Yeah.
I'm gonna get you to finish. I'm gonna get you to finish the Chair Company if it kills me, Jedi.
Oh Lord, I don't think so. I don't think you will.
Yo, you're gonna miss out on some gems. Some gems.
Welcome to Derry has been really good. I mean, I think last week I said that I was like hesitant to put it up there with Alien Earth, but my God, I think I'm getting pretty close to putting it up there with Alien Earth.
Really?
It is really good. And I'm not even a big It fan. Or I don't even know if I've watched either one of the remakes. I know I've watched the 90s ones, the older ones. I don't know if I've watched either It 1 or 2 of the remake or sequel or whatever the hell it was. But Welcome to Derry is really good. Really good.
Yeah, it's been good stuff. I got to play catch up on a lot of things. I'm behind on Pluribus. I'm behind on a lot right now.
Mm-hmm.
Pluribus, that the main actress's name from I don't know her name, but from the one that played in the one from Better Call Saul, the blonde.
Yeah.
He is just, I mean, I understand, putting myself in that situation. What would I do? How would I feel about the whole situation? I don't know, but she is kind of a, God, she's kind of a
bitch.
Okay, yeah, she's kind of a bitch. She really is. I mean, maybe I would be too in her situation. I don't know, but she's just kind of an asshole.
But I kind of like that about it. I don't know. Like I said, I'm still a couple episodes behind on it, so maybe my feelings will change.
Well, at the end of I won't throw any spoilers, but at the end of the most recent one, we get a very last scene, a gasp moment by her, like she has discovered something that might introduce some sort of nefarious intentions by, this collective, whatever it is. So she discovers something, and it's like one of those, and then it cuts to credits. So we won't find out until next week. So maybe we'll get, but I mean, right now the whole collective, it's hard to hate them because they're so nice. I mean, again, I not necessarily think I don't necessarily know if I want to be a part of it, but it's hard to hate them because they're treating her excellently, and she's just treating them like shit.
That's why it kind of makes it interesting too.
Yeah, but like I said, at the end, you'll get kind of this, inhale moment, and then it cuts to credit. So we'll see what that pans out. Maybe we'll figure there's something a little evil going on that we didn't know about.
You still been watching Last Frontier?
I did. Well, we got one more to go, right? Yeah, and it's we know who the evil, of course. We know who the evil is now. It's big 3-letter agency.
Yeah,
evil.
Yeah,
is the big evil.
Yeah, that show just feels like it's been going on forever.
Feels like it should have wrapped up after 8, but it's going on to 10. So
yeah,
at least I think this week is the last episode. Feels like it should be.
It's been watchable.
Yeah.
As Cosmic says, it's watchable.
Mayor of Kingstown is still good. Landman is
Landman is just always.
Landman's good.
There'll always be one or two things that happen in that show that I'm like, I'm glad I watched this.
Yeah. I mean, just Billy Bob. Just his whole. I mean, it's like that whole personality of that character. It's almost like that personality was written with Billy Bob Thornton in mind to play that character.
And you never know what's going to come out of the wife and daughter's mouth. Which is hilarious.
Oh my God. I don't know if I could handle a wife like her. I mean, it might be fun to try, but oh my God. I don't,
she's a handful.
Yeah.
But good stuff. All right, kids. Well, we will we'll be back next week. Please remember you can go over to the GoFundMe and help Kyle out there. Said they're still raising money, I believe, over there. So any help, I'm sure Kyle and his family will definitely appreciate it. Yep. Sub up over at Renovision. Sub up over for Bruce over at Kingdom of Nerds. Sub up Styx Boy, where you can watch some Doctor Who on Tuesdays when it's not taken down by copyright strikes.
Do we get taken down again?
It's up again. It's back up.
Oh, it is? Okay. Hey, so
I had to do some minor editing.
It's the end of the year, so everybody's always throwing everything from Amazon Photos. Everybody's throwing these. I put it in the chat because I thought it was interesting because they do it every year. They'll throw these. This is what you did on this app this year, right? So I shared my stuff. I shared my YouTube. I don't know if you guys have seen it of what I've been watching on YouTube, and I'm waiting on Pornhub to send me theirs. But for YouTube, for YouTube, so the number one channel I watched on YouTube was, of course, Renovision. Number two came as a little bit of a surprise. The number two channel that I watched in 2025 was Styx Boy 73.
Yeah, look at that.
And then number three was Kingdom of Nerds, which I think Bruce was kind of like, what the fuck? How did Styx Boys beat me out? And I'm like, I don't know.
You are 75% of Styx viewership audience.
There you go.
I'll take it.
I thought for sure, Cowboy Highlights or something.
Terry making up the other 25%.
Yeah, me and Terry are keeping the lights on over at Styx Boy 73.
It's good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah.
If you
doing that.
Yeah, it's always fun to kind of see what you did because obviously, hell, I don't remember what I watched and didn't watch.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I liked how Spotify gave me my listening minutes as well, which was nice. And I was like, wow, I had 9,300 minutes listened on Spotify.
Wow.
I was like, oh, I listened to a lot of music apparently. Yeah, the Spotify one was fun.
Everything is stepsister anymore. Oh
yeah, you can't get away from it, man.
Damn Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones did that. It just ruined us. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, it's rough. If you veer away from there, then you're going down some dark rabbit holes. Let's just say. So sub up over at the Absolute Geek Podcast and we'll watch Matt and Dom and Styx talk wrestling.
Yeah, we had a good show on Thursday night. Talk about the events that happened. Survivor Series, that was very good. Then the epic letdown of the Monday Night Raw. And tonight, tonight was Gunther friggin' is going to be the finalist to fight John Cena at his final wrestling appearance in Saturday Night Main Event on the 13th. So next week we'll see John Cena's final match.
There was a couple times there I thought LA was going to take it. But...
I saw Cena on Rogan. Yep, it was good.
Oh, was he? Oh.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. You know what? Hopefully, I'll get. It's entertaining for the time being, man. Like I said, it's hard to put a show on every week to please.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
You just can't. Look, there's certain words you can't say about a show, like epic. This is going to be epic, because if there's no epicness about the show, if it's a good show,
What are you talking? Bruce does it every week.
Why can't you say something that's just opinion based? Why can't you say something?
But the whole fact is, but if you're going to come out and say epic and the show is lackluster, it's not as good. It's a good show. Just say we're going to have a good show for you. That's it. Epic, it's going to be I'm just saying. But that's the words. That
welcome to YouTube. Everything is epic, and it's like everything for sale on whatnot is
rare.
It's
key.
What do they call it?
It's
a banger.
It's a banger.
Yeah.
Well, listen,
It's
eBay,
fire.
it's rare. This is a rare issue.
Yeah.
This is a rare. It's very fine.
This is the first appearance of Lois Lane's red dress. Come on, this is rare.
As always, Renovision has
Thanks,
a wonderful
Tyson.
lineup
I know.
of live and recorded things for our live lineup. You can watch the CBSI Hot 10 every Friday at 9, followed by the Qualified, where the episodes are always epic. 9:30s on Friday.
We're always
on Saturday. Always fire. There's always a banger. There's always something banger going on.
Banger.
Always something banging.
No SNS tomorrow.
There's always something censored over here.
But I'm guessing the boys will be back next week on Sunday for all your sleeping needs. Tales from the Dark Side for all of your Star Wars needs and news and whatever else is going on. I joke, but they know their Star Wars over there. And Dom puts them in their place when they're wrong.
They don't give me the platform to speak. Listen, I did get. Hey, listen, I did get the reference last week. I said something to the guys over there, and Marco turns around and goes, "Here," goes, "Wow, Dominic, Dominic's Instagram is coming into fruition." He goes, "He's becoming the rumor influencer." This and
That's
that.
almost true.
He goes. Oh, if we first met him, he was just a Funko maniac. I'm like, what do you want, man? Hey, listen.
Yep.
Hey, look. I'm going to be honest with you. Look, I know a lot of things that they put on the internet isn't real. But just go with the speculation. If it is real, it's real. Give your viewpoint. If it's not real, just imagine if it is real. Make a segment on it. Talk about it. But listen, all kidding aside, they're more delusional than anybody could possibly be when it comes to unless you have a Star Wars show that you don't talk about something that bring out a story. You're making it interesting. It's not fucking interesting. It really is not. I'll be honest with you.
Fantasy Star Wars. I mean, people do fantasy football every week. You do fantasy Star Wars. It's the same freaking thing.
I like to talk about a lot of subjects. It's not just like you're going to do news. Talk about something. Like if there's a rumor out there that's on the internet, it doesn't matter if it's legit or not. Just go, you know what? Let's play along with this. If this is real, what do you want to see happen in this? How do you want to just talk about make it, see, you're right, Tyson, man. Marco and the guys over there, I'm telling you, man, it's like watching wet paint dry.
You remind them who the talent is.
It's funny. I know we're trying to wrap this up, but it's kind of funny that because we actually talked about this, or at least I brought it up. We talked about it a little bit on Tuesday on the Doctor Who show. Is you got all these people that get so serious about Star Wars, and Doctor Who will not allow you to do that. It's like, oh, you want to take this serious? We're going to give you a character that has plungers for fingers and something crazy shit going on in their in their forehead or whatever.
Exactly.
So it's like, oh, you want to be serious? All right, take this, motherfucker.
But you know what? But
people get so serious about Star Wars.
Look, it's not anything about serious about Star Wars, but the whole fact is that you play along with it, you have fun, you throw out speculations, you make. Like, so I don't know, man. It might be just me. Maybe I'm delusional when it comes to certain things, but that's the biggest part of the fandom, man. Making up something that, it's that if it could come in tuition, that makes.
I'm just waiting for an Afro series. That's all I'm waiting.
Yeah, that's what I want. The Afro series. And look, and you see what happened. I sent something over to them. Listen to this. So years ago, I was saying, Dr. Afro series. I said, who would play Dr. Afro. And I said that friggin' what's her face from Age of the Shield. What the hell's her name? Friggin' Chloe Bennett. Chloe Bennett would be the perfect Dr. Afro.
Yeah.
I remember there was a time when people were saying Chloe Bennett was going to play everybody.
Well,
So,
anyway,
I mean,
make a long story short, something posted on Threads, and then on Instagram, Star Wars rumor, Chloe Bennett, friggin' in talks to play Dr. Aphra, possible Dr. Aphra show. And I'm like, I said that years ago.
there was a footnote that said Domtober.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. All I know is that even though there's a lot like happening with Star Wars, the best part is just having some fun with some theories, man, and throw some speculation and out there being a fan.
It is. I mean,
fun
you're
to
going to be
speculate.
wrong. You can't be afraid to be wrong, because no matter how much insight you think you have, they're going to make you look. They're going to make you look dumb. They're going to do something completely stupid and 180 from whatever you thought it was. And so everybody is usually wrong on what they think is going to happen with Star Wars anyway. So why not have fun with it and just speculate?
Listen, me personally, look, me being a Boba Fett fan, and I'm a huge Boba Fett fan. Should I want him to become the friggin' leader of Mandalore, man? That should have been the next revolution of Boba Fett. In the comics, he had a clan called the Fett Clan in the comics to fight the Yuzon Vong. They made his character in the comics, in the Dark Horse books, better than what they're portraying now. And why can't they do that shit now? But I'm just a crazy Star Wars fan that.
You mean you didn't like him just getting sassed by teens?
Friggin'
and taking long baths?
I wanted to be a badass bounty hunter, but also he has for him to until he evolves, you get evolved into the leader of Mandalore, the Darksaber, and being friggin' he should be the leader of Mandalore. Friggin' goddamn Bo-Katan.
I don't know. Star Wars kids are crazy.
Anyway, let me leave you with a joke before we go off the air.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you call karate for amputees?
Oh God. Oh Lord.
Limited monetization. That'll be the punchline of this joke.
Any guesses?
I'm afraid to guess. I don't want to be the one.
Go ahead,
Martial arts.
Oh my!
What? I missed the
Martial
punchline.
arts. Because they're partial. They have amputees have partial parts of their body.
Never explain a joke. Don't never explain the joke.
I know.
Oh, okay. All right. No, I couldn't hear what I think I kept stepping on him when he was trying to deliver the punchline. So okay.
All righty, kids.
Awesome.
Well, we will see you next week with something. I think I have a new game planned for next week. So we haven't had a game for a while.
Oh yeah, that's true.
We'll throw a little game, a little something different in for next week, and
That's how it
who knows
starts,
what the
Joe.
spotlight will be.
That's
Yeah,
how
I
it
know.
starts.
Hey, Tyson, I'm sorry, man. Boba Fett is bigger than freaking Star Wars itself, man. I'm sorry. He's got to be.
Yeah. Don't ruin Dom's Christmas, Tyson. All right, guys. Take care, everybody. Thank you for stopping by. We always appreciate it. Again, we'll be back with next week with something.
I'll try to end the show properly this week.
Yes. So have a good one, everybody. Stay warm.
The qualified.